All right, guys, a few more screws and I've got this wrapped up.
There you go. What are we doing, by the way?
We're installing an under-deck drainage system.
What is an under-deck drainage system? Say that 3 times fast.
Essentially what it is I've installed some vinyl pieces in between each joist. So every time it rains, the water is going to get collected from the deck down, and it's going to keep this area dry because all that water is going to get ran away in a gutter system.
You know, usually with a deck, the water's going to go right through it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you turned an unusable space into a 200 square foot covered patio, essentially.
Dry covered patio. So that's huge, and for really little cost because you already kind of had the overhead structure.
All right, you guys ready to test it out?
I think we're ready.
Oh, wait. You can be trusted. I'm not
Little
sure.
faith.
Hey, I trust you 100%.
All right, guys, we're ready for water.
Okay, you two ready?
Ready.
Whoa! Ready? All right, here comes.
Dry under here.
Now, wait a minute!
Step back into the covered porch.
There we go.
It's dry under here.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. Today's show is all about fun finishing features, and that is the detail. It's the attention, and it's towards the end of any project, especially a new construction project. These are the fun things for us. These are the trends. These are the things that are going on. So we're going to try to get 100 different features today in less than 30 minutes. So a couple of those. Let's explain a little bit about the covered porch and what you guys were doing at the pre.
Yeah, I'm still offended that you guys didn't think my gutter system would work, but essentially that was the deck drain, and obviously decks, there's holes in them, so rain just falls right through. But what we've done is we put a vinyl piece of guttering underneath there that collects all that rainwater and then runs it away into a separate gutter, which essentially creates a covered porch underneath there. So it's a very usable space. You've already got the infrastructure there. It's just adding, again, some of these vinyl pieces in one piece of gutter, and you've got that space there. So it's a tremendous value added.
And couldn't you even screen it in and actually turn it into a screened?
Sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So then at that point, it's bug-free, you've got shade, and it's rain-free. So at that point, it's really versatile in any kind of weather. So
Okay, I've got another category for you guys. What I've been seeing is outdoor living. Everything is outdoor living, right? So let's talk about some of those outdoor livings that we're seeing. For instance, a pavilion. That's normally a 4-sided open area, not attached. But give me some other ones that are attached maybe to the building or not that we're seeing that people are doing. So you got verandas, right?
Yes.
Pergolas.
Pergolas. Okay, what is a pergola?
I see those both attached and detached, where they have the setup with the columns that go up, and then you have multiple beams that go across that are normally spaced out a little bit. I see more people doing some decorating with that, maybe even doing some cloth through it and kind of giving themselves a little more shade. It has a lot of multi-purpose.
A lot of outdoor lighting going under those as well, and people are having parties out under things like that.
Let's talk about this porch behind us. I'm a porch girl. I like to be on the back porch. This one is fantastic. I would spend all my time here. That's those metal cables that they've got. It makes it so much more open instead of having wood that's blocking all your view.
Yeah.
And then this one, on the poles, it has lights. The top of it has lights.
Yeah.
The picture at night is perfection. And then that composite material, there is no more, first of all, splinters from the wood. Right. Who's gotten a splinter from a wood deck? Yep. Yes, all of us have. And the maintenance on these there is no maintenance, none at all.
Now, Charity, speaking of railing, here's what we've done a lot on lake homes. Glass. People are doing one big sheet of glass, or a lot of times you're just doing the small slivers of glass so people don't get, obviously, their head caught in it, things like that. But glass, especially when you've got a view like we have today with an amazing lake in the front of us. Right. So that's another one feature that you've seen a lot of.
Also, when we talk about outdoor living, we have to talk about flooring, because that has really, really changed. And one area that's not really out, but it's not in, would be the garage. By the way, we mentioned sometimes us men have to live in the garage. So we're concerned about the floor, and there's this polymer coating that you can put on the garage floor. Costs a few bucks a square foot that will last forever and ever. Beautiful, hides the dust. We recommend it.
Easy to clean.
You're right.
So easy to clean.
Yeah, and even looking out here, like seeing the stenciled concrete, something you could do outside for your back patios here. Doing the stencil or the colors, lots of different options you can do, not only in the garage, but you could also do it on your patio.
And also stamped, for example.
Right.
Yeah.
And
There's
the
a
one
lot of
difference
patterns.
between the stencil and the stamped is it's a through body. Meaning this, they make it one color, which I like in case it gets scratched. So I think we're seeing probably more of the stamped concrete.
Yep.
And now you've got log-looking features that you can't tell the difference if it's not just like a plank.
Right. They even have ones that look like tile too.
No, that's
so the
true.
concrete could literally look like a tile floor.
And the cool thing about a lot of these is they're going to last a long, long time.
So continuing on with this outdoor theme that we've been talking about here, we got to talk about hardscaping. So when you're into your landscaping, you're going to see boulder retaining walls, you're going to see brick retaining walls, stacked stone retaining walls, and those really just help accent the features. And when you're dealing with topography on a lot of our lots, we have beautiful topographies. You're gonna need something like that to retain your landscaping. We're also gonna see pathways, either stone pathways, poured concrete pathways, running around your houses as well. And those just really add a decorative feature to your house. It's gonna make things look really pretty and really, really organized for your natural landscaping.
So Mike, which one do you like? Do you like the boulders on the retaining wall, or like we did behind us? We have a concrete retaining wall, but then we faced it with stone. Which would you say is better?
I love both. Obviously, when you're going to have a wall that's faced with stone, it's going to be organized, it's going to be stacked really well, and it's going to look perfect. But there's something to be said about that natural look of a stacked boulder wall. It just does something for me.
I got the best fun outdoor hardscaping feature there ever is: the fireplace.
Oh,
Or the pit. I mean, obviously either one, but I love the fireplace. You can put some stone on that, the brick on it. And you talk about outdoor living in Indiana in the summer, you can't get any better.
You can't beat it.
So.
And hand in hand with hardscaping, of course, is softscaping. So you can't forget about doing things like water features and the plants and the flowers and all these things that add so much value to the house and really make it just, again, a picturesque place to relax.
The biggest thing about everything I'm hearing here, we did a whole show on it not long ago. It's all streetscaping.
Oh, yeah.
When you're driving down the street and you're seeing the different colored gutters and roofs and different roof styles and the hardscaping and the stenciled concrete and the softscaping with the flowers and the different kind of shrubs and bushes, this is all what's bringing together that streetscaping to make your house your house. And that's why we have done 2 to 3 shows just on streetscaping, because it is so important.
Well, let's just talk about the model you sit in over in Grayson.
Oh yeah, I love the house.
Just that alone. Let's talk about some of those fun features that I say make that house. Mine is probably the metal accents.
Yes.
I mean, just amazing. You can do different colors now. What else do you guys see over there on that?
Mike, which one of your favorites? You were pointing it out to me last time we were over there.
So over at Grayson, you're going to see a setup that's somewhat similar to this with that upper deck. You walk out and it's overlooking a pond. Tell me that going out there and drinking a beer on a place like that wouldn't just set your weekend off.
And this is one of the things that we did about designing the house around the lot itself, because it's not one pond. That house, you're looking over 3 different ponds by where that patio is up high. And that's one of my favorite things, but also we did that stenciled concrete, the stamped concrete, not only on the front patio, but also on the back patio. And it really ties the whole house together front to back. And one thing that people don't really see until you show it to them in that house, it has copper gutters.
Oh,
It's got that copper look that ties everything in, that pecan look that just makes it all look fantastic.
okay. I think there's a lot more we could talk about, but we've got to get the show. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break off and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other fun features, probably hit another 40 or 50, so you're going to want to stay tuned.
With a show like Fun Finishing Feature, sometimes the fun finishing feature is its own entire room.
Yeah, in this market, we have seen this idea of a specialty room evolve. We actually call it on our blueprints oftentimes a flex room, because it's very flexible in what you're going to do and use that room for.
Sometimes that room is a gym, a home gym, something along those lines.
I like the video and the movie room.
There's the tech area, or the tech room, where you have all kinds of outlets and areas to plug in your iPhones or iPads or anything you may need with that.
And the kids may sit down and do their homework in that particular room.
And then the kids are going to go up to their other specialty area, the children's retreat, an area just for kids. So sometimes you want to do special insulation around there, keep the noise a little contained around that children's retreat. And then you can also go into very specialty, and you can go into things like a Harry Potter room or something specific for that child.
And also, how about the music room? By the way, if you're going to do a music room, you might want to insulate a little better than typical. You get the drums out, you're going to want that room insulated.
And after listening to Lonnie play music, you may want to go into the wine grotto, because you may need a little cocktail after that or something.
And then there's a hobby room, just like the room that we're in right here, a crafts room where you can sit down and color. I love the color, by the way.
The big thing is whatever you can dream of, we can do for you as a custom builder. You dream it, we make it happen.
Right, $7,000 or $8,000 or maybe $20,000. Wow, come and talk to us about what we can do.
In every home, there's one of those odd things that are high in number that we don't think about, and that is doors. Typically, you could have, 18 to 25 doors in any home, and people are always flabbergasted by that.
Doors, doors, doors. So let's start with the front door. That is one of the hottest trends right now, is the double front door. So for many years we've seen a single door with side lights.
Yeah.
We are selling double front doors. These are gorgeous with glass and a stain. Now let's talk about our patio doors.
And patio doors, again, something that we do so well is we do, the normal door would be a 6x6/8. We're doing 8x8 sliders. So we've got huge doors, very tall, very wide, lots of natural glass, and if you're lucky, we can squeeze in one that goes 16 feet wide.
Wow, Izzy. Now what about barn doors? That's another popular trend. This is a great way to add a door in a spot that you're maybe going to want to have it be open all the time, but it's a decorative feature. You can do any panel style on that door. It's just a barn track on that. Now, when it comes to doors, like behind me, what are some of the hottest trends?
Well, you got the X style here. Again, one of the ones that we're doing a lot of is the 5 panels. We've got the 2 panel with B-board trim on the inside, and of course glass doors even on the interior.
But Izzy, to expand on that, what about the taller interior doors? We're doing doors that are 8 feet tall inside because our ceilings are getting so high, along with some transom accents. Now, let's not forget what we have behind us, the Dutch door. This brings back a memory.
Oh yes, this is always good stuff here.
Uh-oh.
See, you got 2 right here. How about that? See, it's
What
fun.
does it remind you of?
Mr. Ed?
We'll leave that one for Lonnie.
Yeah, I'm feeling hoarse. I can't sing right now. Take it away, Lonnie.
Kind of goes like this. A horse is a horse, of course. The famous Mr. Ed. Anyway.
When you pull up to a house and there's something that just doesn't look right, quite often it is because of one of my favorite words, fenestration, that the windows are not placed properly and so it just doesn't look right. And so today we're going to talk about some trendy fun features here with windows especially, and the fenestration behind us is picturesque and perfect.
You know, when it comes to making sure that you have lots of glass, you're doing these big houses, we want to make sure that we're embracing the Frank Lloyd Wright, you know, his whole idea, outside in, inside out, make it all together. And in this house, you'll see that we have some huge 6-foot, 7-foot wide and tall windows, not to mention 8-foot wide doors, 8-foot high doors. And in some cases, we are doing things and we're customizing them and we're making them 16-foot wide, 8-foot tall. Oh, I love these doors.
You'd never thought we'd do it here in Fort Wayne, but man, have we embraced it like no one else, and it looks amazing. And so we're not just stopping with the windows though. This kind of glass work also goes inside when we look at interior transoms. So when we have a set of windows and windows above it, we call those transom windows, and we're doing it inside as well.
We're just trying to get that natural light in as many areas as we can throughout it all. And a lot of the modern that they're doing now, we were just at the International Builder Show when they were showing the windows that went side to side, front to back, and it's these kind of fun, trendy features that really make your house your house.
It's modern, and modern is definitely something being embraced here in Fort Wayne. And that corner window, Frank Lloyd Wright all around it, and it is beautiful.
Need more information? Come on in our showroom.
Now, talk about finishing features. My favorite has to be ceilings. I just love when I walk into a room and something's been done with that ceiling that just draws my eyes up to it.
And there's so many easy ways to dress up your ceilings. One of my favorite ways is to take a flat ceiling and just add beams. So in the model we're in right now, you walk into that great room kitchen area and it has beautiful beam work across the top.
And it's got a vaulted ceiling, so it's 18 feet high, and then they put those beams in there, which really makes it a stunning feature.
Now there's another way to use beams, Luke. In here we have a box ceiling or a tray ceiling, and we took some beams to form an X. So this is another way to dress up a room.
Right, and you don't necessarily even need to put the beams in here. You could have just done a box ceiling, which means we just recess a portion of it about a foot, or sometimes we do it even a second tier. So sometimes we can get multiple tier boxes. And we also can do coffered ceilings, which is a little bit more of a traditional feel. I did see one coffered ceiling we did that had stained glass in it and it had backlit. It's a really nice looking ceiling.
And then there's other ways to dress it up, putting a little bit of shiplap or boxcar siding. That was one of my favorites that we did.
Right. Now we can do some other features when we do the framing. So we could do a cathedral where it's got two slopes coming up, kind of matching what you'd see on the exterior of the house. And we can put a beam in the center of that or leave it alone. In this house, we took that cathedral and we painted it a different color than white, which made that more the accent feature in that room.
Well, for more ideas on how you can do some ceiling scaping in your new home, give us a call.
Talking about trends in our homes and talking about accent walls, this is one of my favorite accent walls we have ever done. I love this wood wall.
This is one of the most amazing fun finishing features that we have to offer today. You know, we're really starting to see stained wood coming into play. Like on this accent wall behind us, we have 3 different types of stains. We got a light stain and darker stains, and they play together really well.
It's funny because most of the time we've seen painted walls, and now people are going to the stained walls. You know what else people love is that shiplap. Thank you, Joanne.
That one's here to stay for a while, I think. We're seeing a lot of stone walls as well, stacked stone. We're seeing a lot of brick walls. That's really coming back, popular in coffee shops and industrial places where you're seeing a lot of those brick walls come back into play.
We talked at the beginning of the show about our house at Grayson Heights and all of the neat things it has. In one of the rooms there, we have board and batten and shiplap in the same room.
And the textures go together really well. Sometimes you wouldn't think that things like that would mesh, and they just did a really good job there.
One of the simple ways to have an accent wall without a ton of work is by just adding one color.
Yeah, just a popping color that just stands out upon the rest of the house there. I really wish I would have known that wallpaper was going to make a comeback before I tore that all out of the house. So wallpaper is really making a comeback, and it's got some vibrant textures and everything like that.
Tile too, don't forget about tile on the walls.
Yeah, so tile really is staying popular, you know, as backsplashes. We're seeing it a lot more as accent walls in kitchens. Whole bathrooms are being wrapped in tile, and it's really looking sharp.
I even saw it in a master bedroom, art tile. It was an art piece. It's amazing what you can do. So if you want to make an accent wall, all you have to do is come see us.
All right, Elizabeth, we've been talking a lot about these fun finishing features, but arguably the most important one, and it's the one that you're constantly in contact with, is the flooring.
It's an important selection when it comes to your new home, and Granite Ridge has hundreds, if not thousands, of choices.
Right, flooring has come a long way in just a few short years. Long gone are the days of like sheet vinyl. We're putting in more vinyl plank, for example.
When it comes to trends, we're seeing most great rooms now are going to have something like this instead of carpet.
Right, so we're still seeing the carpet in the bedrooms, but outside the bedrooms, if people are selecting carpet, it's a little bit more sculptured and patterned when it comes to those carpets because they really wanted to make a statement piece.
Now, I would say when it comes to most typical new homes, the hottest trend is the wood look. But you don't have to have real wood, and to be honest, we don't use real wood floors in our homes.
Right, there's a lot of maintenance and a lot of issues when it comes to real wood. So there's a lot of products out on the market that mimic that look and can add some additional value to it. So let's start with, you know, the vinyl plank here that we've got in front of us. It's a tremendous product. It's got some qualities that insulate it, and it feels very comfortable, and it doesn't have that clanging noise either when you walk across it.
And a lot of these have great warranties. That a lot of them are pet-proof, child-proof, waterproof, all important qualities.
Right. Another wood-looking product that's out there is tile. We're putting tile in that looks very similar to wood planks. It still has grout lines, but it's a lot more resilient, and you can put them in, you know, wet surfaces.
And what we love about these floors, you can really change the look of your room because carpet obviously is permanent, but with these floors, we can put a pretty area rug so you can change those different patterns and make your room look a lot different.
Right. With the hard surface kind of taking over, rugs have kind of become more popular. Now back to the tile, if we're going away from the wood looking, you know, patterns of the tile, there's a lot of other things out there. They're mixing different tiles together, and they're tying some mosaics in, especially when we see it like in the shower floors.
There's so many patterns and styles when it comes to your flooring, so stop in Granite Ridge Builders just to get an idea of what we have for your next new home.
Lighting is so important, and there are so many wonderful trends we've got in store for you today. Starting with something as beautiful as this chandelier. Again, we've got retro style here. The light bulbs are LED, so you don't have to worry about having to replace them as often. And I'm telling you, with this kind of stuff, there's apps for everything.
That's right, there's an app for that. Like these can lights that are above us here, they're not just lights, they're speakers too.
Yes, you've got speakers, you can change the colors, but the kind of things that we're still seeing right now, we're seeing the under cabinet lighting is a little bit more on trend than the over cabinet lighting, but the toe kick lighting is becoming very important as well. And that's transferring into pathway lighting that is motion censored.
That's the best, because I don't know about you, but my kids or my husband leave the lights on all the time. So in those pantries and in those closets, you can put those motion sensor lights, and you can put those rocker switches. You got arms full of groceries, you just hit it with your elbow.
And these kind of lights, again, the LED affords us things like speakers, like we said, but also, again, those changing of colors. So whatever kind of mood you want to do, you can change the color to reflect it, as well as dimmables. We use dimmers on almost everything now. We can, again, a great way to set the mood inside a room.
We were just out at Kendall Electric last week, and oh my gosh, all the different options they have, and they are staying on trend. They go to market, they see what's new, like the farmhouse lighting. What else is really popular right now?
Well, all kinds of retro feels, but also that modern feel is huge for us right now.
Also, the International Builders Show, they showed some fantastic options in lighting. So we're working hard to stay on trend for you. If you want to know what's trendy in lighting, you want to come pick out some, all you have to do is come see us.
Now, Tony, when it comes to trends, the sinks used to just be a sink, drop-in porcelain sink, and we are seeing so many different types of sinks, different setups. There's so much to unpack here.
A sink used to be a sink with a sink, and you're talking about the basic porcelain drop-ins we had the edge go around the top of the countertop. We're not seeing those at all anymore. Really, we're seeing them go to more of that undermount, where you have a solid surface top, sink goes underneath it, and then you can just brush all the whiskers right into the sink and not worry about it.
Right, it's a much cleaner look, and we do make materials, granites and quartzes, that the sink's actually part of that material, so it's all integrated. It's not a separate piece.
And when it comes to those sinks, we're seeing a lot of different styles with the kitchens. We're seeing more of, they have this really neat, it's the farmhouse style with the apron front that has interchangeable faces. So if you want to have a blue sink this week and a yellow sink next week, you can do that.
Right, and those farm sinks are so popular because you can see the whole depth of it. It really makes a statement in that kitchen. But we're also seeing in kitchens dual sinks.
Yes.
Sometimes we have a separate sink, smaller sink, that serves what purpose?
And that smaller sink could be anything. It could be for making drinks. It could be for cleaning vegetables. It could be for a lot of the prep with that secondary sink. Also, we are seeing different ones in bathrooms.
Yes.
Like in this basement bathroom, we have a trowel sink through here.
Yeah, or trough sink, yep. We also have glass ones where it gets mounted kind of on top of the countertop. A very unusual but clean look as well.
And we have all different types of sinks that go in all different places in your home, including the garage, including outbuildings and hobby rooms, even a special one for your pet. If you need more information, get a hold of us.
Well, we're standing here in the kitchen, as you can tell, not my best place usually, but the kitchen is the heartbeat of the home. It's where everybody hangs out. Even if you're not cooking, it's where everybody hangs out, and there's some really cool trends in kitchens right now.
Yeah, we're really starting to see a lot of technology making its way into the kitchen. We have a double door oven behind us, and it's ADA compliant, so people with disabilities can use these ovens as well. We have smart refrigerators that are hooked up to your phone via Bluetooth, and you can tell when you're at the grocery store what groceries you need to get. It's just amazing.
I love all the different faucets now. First of all, we have the big sinks, the big farm sinks, but then the faucets you can pull out, so it makes washing those dishes or washing the produce, all of those things, so much easier. Or how about that microwave that's lower now?
That's where most of my dinner comes from.
It's where all of my dinner's coming from. And people that know me would know, I love the wine grottos.
Oh yeah.
Makes it nice and easy, temperature controlled. Fantastic.
And some beautiful accents in here. You're going to see floating shelves. You're going to see this beautiful custom-built range hood behind us, and it just takes some real craftsmanship to build something like that.
What about all the stone countertops?
Yeah, the built-in island where there's a built-in eat-in and everything like that, that's starting to become really popular as well.
So many different options in the kitchen now, so many different trends, and the best is you can choose whatever you want.
Yeah, and I know you're an indoor kitchen kind of girl. I'm the outdoor kitchen guy. You can have your grill going, you can have your smoker going, you can have a pizza oven going, and you can have anything you want, and it just tastes better outside.
You know what kind of kitchen I am? The kind of kitchen where somebody else is cooking. So come design your kitchen with us today.
Well, one of the most important spots in the house is your shower. We spend about 120 to 130 hours every year in the shower, and the sky is the limit when it comes to these tile showers.
Yeah, and that means you're singing in the shower for 120 to 130 hours a year. Shower time at my house is not a lovely sound, I can promise you that. But we do have a beautiful shower here behind us, Elizabeth.
And these come in all shapes and styles. So the one behind us has 2 walls of glass. This is a window pane glass. But we do showers without doors. So we have one that's a 7x4 tile shower with no door. So they come in all different shapes and sizes.
And this shower behind us has a hidden drain. It's a decorative drain is what it's called, and you wouldn't even know it's there unless you were looking for it.
And don't forget about little things like your bench or places for your accessories. But what I love are jets and faucets.
Oh yeah. And one of my favorite features of a shower is a waterfall faucet that comes from the ceiling.
And then all of the finishes that you can pick from to really make those pop. And on your shower, you don't even have to limit yourself to one entrance. We have showers with 2 entrances. One of the hottest trends right now is when you're expanding your shower to also include your soaking tub in that area.
Yeah, the master suite is getting a lot bigger. That means the showers are getting a lot bigger. So that means the options, the trends are endless, and you can do anything with Granite Ridge Builders.
Hey, we got a couple seconds before we close. What do you like about this home gym?
Man, I've been on this thing for like 3 minutes. I'm burning up in here.
I got a weighted.
Oh yeah.
I got a weighted basketball. 2 pounds.
I like that somebody's actually going to see me working out for once.
Hey, wait, let's see who can lift the height. Look, I can't get it very good. Come on, let's go. I got an idea.
Don't hurt yourself,
let's
Tony.
See Mr. Muscles. Let's see what he can do. Wait, let's pick the 100-pounder. Oh, don't.
Oh man.
Let me help you.
I just got done with my warm-up. I'm ready. Here we go.
Feel the
Oh yeah.
Look at him go off.
I'm gonna tear a bicep or
Now it's
something.
time to close. All right, we got to close. So what did you guys find interesting about today's show?
I love this floor. I took my shoes off because this rubber floor in the gym, it's awesome. Yeah.
Let's try it.
Look at that.
Watch your toes.
Watch my toes.
I'm sorry.
And we talked about specialty rooms today, and we forgot one, the snoring room.
Why do you always look at me? You have no idea.
Saved a lot of marriages, is all.
Oh, it does, it does.
And for me, it was the sinks. I mean, we only talked a minute and a half about them, but they're constantly changing and they're getting fancier, and they're just, we did a whole show on it. I mean,
I still love the vessel.
Yeah.
They're just amazing.
And what about the heartbeat of the home? Gotta love kitchens, and then when you can take that heartbeat outside and have outdoor kitchen, that's right up my alley there.
Smoking. Love it.
Yeah.
Yep, the smoker.
Lighting is always going to be a feature I love. Again, making sure that we're maximizing any room and the specialty lighting.
You know what? I thought this was a fantastic show. It really is the detail, it's the attention, and it's those fun finishing features. They'll make any house a real home. So, would you close for us?
Absolutely. If you want to know more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, give us a call, check us out online, or better yet, come and see us. We'd love to show you.
Hey, can I get some water out of that water?
Oh my gosh, guys.
I'm going to
Real
finish my
sweat.
workout.
I'm done.
But you, my arm hurts.
Like your laptop and your telephones. How about your iPhone?
Sorry, you threw me off there.
Oh gosh.
Up and down.
I'm not
Now,
built for this.
can you go up and down on your toe when you're doing it too?
Oh, I thought we were supposed to already be doing
Oh man, I've been doing that the whole time. I've got a future
That's
in this.
enough.
I'm ready.